Commence primary ignition.
I'm actor Chris Bartlett from The Mandalorian, The Book of Boba Fett, and Obi-Wan Kenobi, and you're watching Virtual Cantina Network.
And we're live.
And in color.
Wow.
Welcome, everybody, to another week of Summer of Snips and the Clone Wars extravaganza, if you will. I am Spencer. I'm one of your hosts for tonight. Your producer is Hefe. Jeff, how are you?
We are in color. My app, for some reason, is giving me a blue background instead of the normal black.
Woo. We fancy here.
Yeah.
And then we got Dave.
Hello there.
Hello there.
General
Welcome to another week. We got some great episodes tonight, including MVO's favorite character, Barriss Offee, is prominent in these episodes, which will be pretty cool. We're going to be watching Season 3 of the Clone Wars, episodes 4, 6, 7, 10. Thank you so much, Jeff, for putting it above our screen on the back end so I can actually look at that as opposed to going through a phone and figuring out.
A little bit of help.
We're learned here. So we're very excited about that, but we got so much going on, so much great Star Wars going on. And also want to plug right now that all TeePublic designs are 35% off as of today. So with that in mind,
get you a big gay explosion.
Get your big gay explosion here.
Yes. So if you could put on the ticker down there.
I'm not paying attention. Here we go. One of these days. Blurp, blurp, blurp. Let's see which one. This one.
There we go. Right there.
Yeah. So if you want to order some of our great TeePublic stuff, our patriotic shirts, which I wore mine on the 4th of July. Our Pride shirts are still available. We got incredible other shirts going on currently. So take a look at everything we got. We got some great stuff over on the TeePublic. And with that in mind as well,
back because more are coming. Because more shirts like popped up and were made during Guardians of the Galaxy last night. Don't ever say anything on air that you don't want made into a t-shirt.
There it is.
He learned that don't mention anything to us because we're going to make it happen, whether you like it or not. But yeah, so please check out.
Just saying.
I told you, I'm okay with you killing him off. It's okay.
Yeah.
This is the one with the QR code.
Somehow that Spencer return. Well,
no!
that's better than the one I did where he's holding the lightsaber.
Oh, Jesus, the Red Rocket.
Yep.
And then there's the mascot of the Virtual Cantina Network, Stinky. The more you know. I think Stinky Busters needs to be its own shirt too, but that's besides the point. But also we have our amazing. Yes, there you go. I like it at all. Baseball jerseys, which are on sale right now until the end of July 29th. Buy one, buy both. I would say that a lot of people have bought the stocked version with Skywalker and Palpatine or Vader. We had a number of Order 66s on the dark side version. We had at least 2 Rogue and the number 1s for light side, we had someone who did Omega 99 on theirs, which is kind of cool. So if you're interested in ordering that, you can get both for $150, and that includes if you want to update your name and your number on the back, and free United States shipping. So good stuff there. But like I said, we're in the middle of the Summer of Snips, and we are in the middle of a very busy week on the Virtual Cantina Network. Dave, why don't you tell us a little bit what's going on?
So, yes, see the Summer of Snips. There's all sorts of things going on. Of course, we've got the watch-along tonight. This Sunday, we've got another episode of the Unifying Force coming at you. And we're continuing the discussion that we started last week about the origins and the inspirations behind Ahsoka Tano. And we continue that with more Ahsoka as she grows and changes into Fulcrum and Mortis, the world between worlds, and how we think that's going to or could play into the Ahsoka show and the upcoming promised Filoni movie. So that's Unifying Force on Sunday, 11 a.m. Eastern. Then Monday, more Rebels Revisited. We'll have the Rebels crew back and talking more about his role in that show in that time period. And Tuesday,
they have a guest on Monday.
Yeah. Oh, the guest on Monday. Yes. See, because I forget because we taped the other guests weeks ago and just aired it. But yes, they have the voice of future general, now Princess Leia, is going to be on there. Julie Dolan will be with the Rebels crew answering their and your questions about Leia, Rebels, voice acting, the world in general. So show up, ask some questions, let us know.
Very cool. So a lot of good stuff going on. Also, we are working out that we're going to be releasing a teaser next week that we are going to have a special Virtual Cantina Vacation 2, hey Sherry, news desk at the end of this month to talk about our incredible trip to California in 2024. This is not one you're going to want to miss because a lot of information is going to come out there. Yes, and there's so many Easter eggs in this fine graphic that Mr. Jeff did that we're not even going to announce. We're going to announce what we're doing, but there's so many things that we're brewing right now that we're not going to announce until closer to the trip or even at the trip that's going to make it that much better. But this is going to be the ultimate Star Wars fan trip in California. And only 70 tickets are going to be released to the general public. Wow. So you're going to want to hop in on one of those tickets.
Limited edition.
Exclusive,
exactly. But we have a whole bunch of Comic-Cons as well. We have meetups going on at all of them as well, coming up in the next couple of weeks. But there are two this weekend. One, first and foremost, there's Superhero Con, which is by the Alamo, being hosted by Matt Freds and his son Lincoln. Great members of ours.
Hosting the meetup in the basement? Is the meetup in the basement?
Yes, with Pee-wee's bike. So if you're going to be there, going to see Katie Sackhoff or Ming-Na or Barry Lowen, or, hey, Andrew Garfield and Brie Larson, which I think is pretty cool. Make sure you go see them on Friday. But as announced, literally, I think it was the middle of the night, because I woke up to a post. Dave, tell us about your excursion to Tennessee.
So this is how I roll, which is yesterday sometime I decided that I'm going to Fanboy Knoxville. So for those of you who are going to be there, look for me. I will be cruising around all day tomorrow. I will be in Star Wars locations like Sam Witwer's line, Sam Witwer's panel. there's a Star Wars stunt panel, I think, going on kind of early in the day that I will be hanging out at. And I will not be wearing this particular shirt, but I will be wearing this adjacent. I'll be wearing my London Racer. So look for the Virtual Cantina London Racer and come up, say hi. No formal meetup, but we'll meet up in lines and in panels and wherever we see each other.
And pictures. Take pictures.
You know,
Lots
just
of pictures.
Toss up a live long and prosper as you walk by. No.
Absolutely. Well, he'll answer that too. Also, in a couple of weeks, first and foremost, I also want to plug that this weekend, if you're in New Jersey, there's Contropolis, New Jersey, which has a whole slew of Star Wars actors, including Ahmed Best, Emily Swallow, Chris Bartlett, Amy Allen. Yes. Anita Kelleran Beck. 8x10. Just throwing that out there. Laura Mary Kim, Chris Bartlett, Denise Crosby, Gates McFadden, John Delancey, like some really good heavy hitter Star Wars and Star Trek actors, as well as on Long Island is Eternal Con, which has Dan Fogler as the headliner and has Brett Spiner as well as Atreyu and the childlike princess from Neverending Story going to be there. So they've got some good people there. At the end of this month, there's Terrificon at Mohegan Sun in Connecticut with Brendan Wayne and Tate Fletcher, which is pretty awesome in that capacity. But going back to Dave, there's another con that weekend.
I don't think it's awesome that they're in Connecticut that weekend because I will be at a con in Raleigh, North Carolina at GalaxyCon Raleigh, which they should be there. That would be nice. But there are all kinds of Star Wars and Star Trek people there. Billy D. Williams is going to be there. Mike Quinn is going to be there. Dave Barclay, Gates McFadden, Denise Crosby, LeVar Burton, is William Shatner, is tons upon tons of Star Wars and Star Trek people. And the Arrowverse is going to be there. Grant Gustin and Stephen Amell. It's a big con. I think Brie Larson's going to be at this one too. I think maybe. I don't know. I might know. No. What's her face? Be there. It's not Brie Larson. It's
Roxy Ritter.
Huh?
Mae Whitman.
Nebula.
Oh, Karen Gillan.
Yes, that's what I said. Yes.
Oh, because you did say Brie Larson, and I went directly to the girl who played Roxy Ritter in Scott Pilgrim because she's going to be there as well, and Brie Larson is in Scott Pilgrim. Yes,
yes, connected.
Yes.
But there will be, and we'll be announcing shortly. There will be a virtual Cantina meetup at GalaxyCon. We'll probably meet in one of the level kind of bar and seating areas.
And we'll be announcing something for San Diego Comic-Con as soon as Mark gets back from his trip. And then we got a whole slew of stuff coming in August between Fan Expo Boston, and we will be returning to Jeff and Mike will be at Bakersfield, which is run by friends of the group and our friend Leilani Shu. And they just announced Chris Bartlett as the first guest today, which was pretty cool about that. So plenty of opportunities to meet up with us. Very excited about everything that's going on Star Wars wise. We've got Ahsoka coming up at the end next month. We got Bad Batch season 3, hopefully right after that, and then Skeleton Crew right after that, which I'm very, very excited about. Is I sent Dave my Skeleton Crew print.
Yes.
I mentioned it to Marty. I'm like, so I'm sending it to get Janelle on. He's like, oh, the guy who exposed the fact that he was in the show. And I'm like, yeah, that guy.
Spoilers. Spoilers are cool.
And speaking of Skeleton Crew, if you watch the most recent episode of Katie Sackhoff's Blah 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 podcast, She has a great hour-and-a-half interview with Bryce Dallas Howard, and Bryce will be a director in Skeleton Crew, which is awesome. Which they announced a celebration, but it's now verbalized that she's going to be there
on the internet.
Yes. And Terry said that she's looking forward to Raleigh. Well, Terry, I know the guys are looking forward to seeing you over there as well.
Absolutely.
I'll be in San Diego for Friday. So if hopefully we'll do the meetup Friday night, but if not,
that's the plan.
So if anybody's around to see me, I might be in cosplay, probably. Say hey.
Yep. So a lot of great stuff going on there. Great shows happening around. Really enjoying Secret Invasion, which is a good show. Also, check out Gallery Season 3. Some really, really good behind the scenes, and finally, in my opinion, interviews with Brendan, Lateef, and Emily. Finally.
Yeah,
which is awesome.
All of them quite a bit, which is nice.
Yes. It has some, getting to see JJ. Some great interviews with JJ. What about the fact that Lizzo showed up dressed as Grogu when she was rehearsing on set? That was pretty funny itself. But also hearing Jack Black sing the Mandalorian theme for Jon Favreau, which was
seen it so many times, got it down. Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. But some great shows there. Indy 5 came out. I particularly enjoyed it. I thought it was a fun movie to go watch. A lot of callbacks. Yes. One complete line rip from Force Awakens that Harrison did there. I was kind of like, you just pulled that directly from Force Awakens, bro. And it was a Han Solo line. Maz says to Han Solo, go home. He says, Leia doesn't want to speak to me. And then in Indy, spoiler, Marion doesn't want to speak to me. I'm like, Force Awakens.
and technically, the reason she doesn't want to speak to him is because of the kid.
Listen,
exactly.
I was Chewie, we're home. Yes. Salah, we're home.
Salah, we're home.
It was great to see Salah. I think
John Rhys Davies is in Knoxville.
Yeah, which is great. Yeah, you have a really good Lord of the Rings reunion. Yes. You get Don Monahan too if you want to get Beaumont from Rise, if that was something you were interested in. Yep. And Julius LaFleur, who was the Weequay on the skiff in Jedi.
He's going to be in the Star Wars stunt panel.
That's great.
Him and Randall. Yep. Yes.
So a lot of good stuff, but yeah, Indy was a lot of fun. I think the one thing I would have liked is honestly if Short Round showed up.
Yeah, that would have been nice.
Because they reference every other movie throughout the whole entire thing.
Yeah, very much.
I think my favorite line of the whole movie was, "You try to tell me that you didn't memorize your father's dead journal?" I'm thinking to myself, well, you did.
Spoilers.
Yeah. I enjoyed it. I mean, I know a lot of people who did not, but I went in and I actually had a good night of cinema when I saw it. I don't know what you guys thought.
Well, I enjoyed it thoroughly. It was very, very classic indie. A lot of just the spirit of the original three, and the spirit of hold on, I'm getting there. Spirit of the original three and the spirit of the first half-ish of 4 until it went completely off the rails.
Mm-hmm.
So
I thought the coloring and the way it was shot was I felt like I was watching a movie of our childhood.
Mm-hmm.
Like it looked like it was like a 35 millimeter film. Like the coloring looked like us watching Raiders.
yeah, it really did. It looked very nice. And echoes of things that had happened before, and it was very, very similar without being a direct copy. So it is definitely worth seeing. It's definitely worth seeing, I think, on the big screen even. I don't think you need like IMAX or anything.
Need good audio.
Yeah. A big screen, I think, will be a good kind of thing.
Yeah. But speaking of things on stage, and we got both Mr. Chiato and Mr. Delicard in the crowd. Jeff, tell us about Rogers the Musical. Can he really do it all day?
So I think this is directed to Chiato. Anyways, if you haven't connected your StreamYard, go to Facebook or StreamYard.com/Facebook. The Rogers musical was really cool. I enjoyed it a lot. I know Mike's seen it at least twice so far. It's a great kind of expansion on what they did for D23 originally, and it's got very active set movement and amazing lighting and projection, and the theater they showed in is prime viewing space, so it's also AC, so you get out of that hot LA or SoCal summer. But it was a lot of fun. There was a lot of that line. He says that at least a half a dozen times, if not more, but I kept saying it to myself thinking he was going to say it more than he actually said it. So, but oh yeah, and Mike was sitting next to me with his Magic Band Plus on, and a lot of beats and different characters would get their own light up version of so like when Hulk came out, it turned green, and when somebody else was there, it was like another color, and it did like some movement stuff for when they were doing the big production stuff. But the stage sets are amazing. I mean, they did a great job with all that stuff, and all the characters are like great interpretations of still it's Hulk in a hoodie. It's a guy in a green hoodie. And he's not exceptionally large. He carries around some big rocks and smashes them because that's what Hulks do. But spoiler alert, sorry.
Is Ant-Man in there like in Hawkeye? Like there was no reason for him to even be there, but Ant-Man just happens to be right there.
I don't recall actually seeing Ant-Man, but Hawkeye is definitely there. He's referenced in the couple, at least one of the songs. But they filled the stage pretty well. There's a lot of people doing a lot of things. They have great representations of Steve Rogers. They do some cool stuff where it's very much mimicking a lot of the Avengers and Captain America movies in terms of what they show you.
Thanks for letting us know, Mike. Appreciate it. He said no Ant-Man.
Yeah, I didn't think I
know in Hawkeye, Clint actually says Ant-Man wasn't even in there with the Battle of New York.
Right.
So we got 5 minutes. Please make sure you have your D Plus machines all queued up to Clone Wars Season 3. First off, Episode 4 of Season 3 Clone Wars. Looking forward to watching that. But yeah, so a lot of great stuff, coming out. A lot of great stuff we're watching currently. But first and foremost, obviously, thank you all for being a member of our group. Just shy of 60,000 members, which is an incredible feat in itself. And hope that you'll all be joining us in California in 2024, because that's going to be the trip of a lifetime.
Excellent.
And all the good stuff right there.
Where is Steve Downs going to be, Hunter? What con is that going to be at? And see Andrew Nelson? Where are they? I met Steve and Jen, I think. Stockton Con. Cool. Steve and Jen Taylor, I think, the voice of the AI from Halo, were both at GalaxyCon last year.
Mm.
And did you go as Master Chief, or was that your daughter?
That was my niece. My niece went
Oh,
as
your niece.
Master Chief. She's a huge Halo fan, so she came down like a week and a half early, and we busted out the big insulation foam and made her a Master Chief costume and blaster and the whole shabam.
That's awesome.
Yeah, she was with me as X-Wing pilot, Red 5, something like that.
Cool. Very, very cool. So great cons going up, great shows, great everything, and great meetups. We got a lot of meetups happening over the next couple of months, so please make sure that you take advantage of it, because that's what we're all here for, is to get to know each other so we can go to cons and go to events together. That's the most important thing we could do.
Take the virtual out of the virtual cantina.
Yes, outside the virtual con, and the more you know. Exactly. Stinky's right on cue all the time.
It's like he sits there.
Oh,
He's
thank
just
you.
hanging out.
See, it's in writing. It's in writing. I got that right.
There you go.
It kind of is, thankfully, but
Yes. If you are a non-member of all of our groups, please make sure that you hit that QR that's underneath Jeff right now. We don't know if we're gonna go on trends or not. That seems to be like
threads,
trends, whatever.
Trends are very different things.
We were so quick to jump on the Hive back when. We were so quick to jump on Hive, and that's gone the way of the dodo that I'm kind of like,
That's true. We mentioned this earlier, Mike. Spencer went over all the cons.
That's what you get for showing up late, Mike. Love you.
We were talking about having a booth, and so yeah, Mike will be joining me this year. Last year I was by myself, and it should be more fun with somebody else to be able to help push the group.
Oh, I can only imagine the levels of fun it will be with Mike, especially with you and Mike and Leilani. And it's on.
well, you guys are our favorites, so
Well, that's what I'm talking about. It's going to be
Favorite
the war
wars.
of the favorites.
Yeah, see, Mike admits it. He doesn't read. I finally got Mike to admit it.
Okay, out of all of us, Mike reads the most.
I know, that's the fight.
Mike reads more than any of the rest of us.
Mike might read the most outside, but not within the group.
Oh, there you go. That's it.
Speaking within the group, reading. Claudia Gray is going to be at Fan Expo Boston.
Ooh.
And I'm like now looking at like so much stuff. Bloodline, get Master and Apprentice. Some.
Which one was it? I got her to sign one when I saw her last year, and I can't remember what it was right now.
But anywho, we're about that time, so please make sure you have your Disney Plus machine all queued up. And Jeff, do you want to do the honors on the video?
You mean this video?
Yes, always
Yes.
the Stinky video.
All right, so 10-second countdown.
Video.
10-second countdown coming in hot.
I love the last time I saw the count.
What's that?
I don't have my sound turned up as much this week. I made myself deaf with the da-da-da-da like last week. It was bad.
And crash.
There we we go. What?
Child stolen.
Pandora? What? Blue people and at what? At Avatar?
Hey, there's George Lucas's character.
Oh yeah, that's why I put him up in the corner above Dave,
Ah.
being a badass. Because he wasn't much of a badass in episode 3. He was just attending the opera.
Are those a scroll?
I don't know. It looks like blue Shriners.
Smurfs.
I was looking at like the little fezzes.
Papa Noidius Smurf. He's a Papa avoid the Noidia. Because they ruin pizzas.
What do you mean you're not separatists? You guys are like the leaders of the separatists.
Slanderous.
That's a lie.
So is this Julie or is this Cat as Padme?
I do not know.
Well,
Again, if you are coming here for actual facts and figures,
yeah, we need somebody in the chat that actually has some knowledge.
that's what happens on Rebels Revisited is facts.
Yes.
Yeah, you just get us.
Mike reads.
He reads all the Leia books.
Yes.
All right. Let's see. I found this last time, but I didn't find it again.
Don't take it.
This episode has a lot of blue people. It is only 26 minutes and is already better than Avatar 2.
Ooh.
It's got more views, apparently.
Too soon. Yes. So see, Threads is Threads is blowing up today, people. If you don't know what it is, at least see what it is, because I just keep getting notifications because it asks you to join all or follow all of the same people that are on your Instagram.
You know that Elon already sent a cease and desist over to Zuck?
Oh, yeah.
What happened midday or whatever? They got their lawyers on it when everybody.
Well, you know, they just fight it out in the octagon and call it a day.
Somebody posted an infographic or like a list of all the current social media platforms and how quickly they were adopted by how many people. And this platform blew them all out of the water in terms of speed. It was like 10 million in 24 or 48 hours or something.
The thing is, we all rushed to Hive, and the thing is that it crashed the site. It went down for 2 weeks.
Couldn't handle.
Yeah. So this is Catherine Tabor as Padme Amidala in this.
Uh-oh.
Kind of looks like they're going through that hall in Wayne Manor, and they're about to find the king of the Wicker people.
Ha yeah, no spoilers. I won't. There was. But I liked that part. That was the nice part. Like,
and get Knox a grant.
Oh, I was talking about another thing. Oh yeah, season 3 it is totally gotten better. Is Ahsoka just continues to evolve over the course of that. We were discussing that just a little while ago when we taped the new episode of the Unifying Force.
Unifying Force. Yeah, we're jumping through season 3, unfortunately, but I think we go to season 4 next week, don't we?
I think so. I think we're doing like a season a week, and there's so much more.
Only a handful of episodes.
So yeah, but this is the greatest. I'm looking here, going for the top cast in this episode, and you've just got tons of great voice actors. Jennifer Hale is there, Senator Chuchi. Seth Green
bro.
is in this one. Tom Kenny.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Living in a pineapple in space. Living in a pineapple in space. And that's a t-shirt.
Armored pineapple.
Pineapple in space?
A Beskar armored pineapple in space.
That's right.
Yeah.
But tons of people here. Is Matt Woods all over this one? All the battle droids, you know, as he is.
Of course.
Many of them. And you know, David Accord as our favorite. Coming up later. I won't spoil if
Grogu?
Grogu.
Yes, Grogu.
Grogu makes a cameo in this episode from 2011.
Oh, see, I was saying earlier that I thought by season 3 they had gotten rid of the tube top, but apparently no.
No, they just stretched her out a little bit. She's taller.
Is Ahsoka? She's growing up, our little Ahsoka, but not nearly fast enough to get over the poor fashion choices.
You kind of look like the maker.
I wonder why. Yeah, where is Grogu? We don't know. He's like, you know, sitting around locked on a planet with blurgs.
It's chilling, yo.
This dude is like so caricature-y.
He's got a lot of old kind of animation elements to his look.
Yeah. And they're still evolving the animation style because the walking is very
it's still kind of rigid. They have that cadence. It's weird.
Kind of looks like when Han Solo was walking behind Jabba the Hutt in the special edition.
Why you gotta bring that up every time?
No, we want to forget about that.
I hate that. It's the worst thing ever. Yeah. That's one thing, and I found out a little bit after the fact about Indy was, I mean, they did amazing deep fake style rendering of Harrison. First of all, that was amazing.
Yeah.
But there's some stuff where he looks like Big Head Han on a motorcycle, or you know, like he's a little out of proportion, and there was some stuff they used for some of that work that caused that, but still gave a great look. It just wasn't, the proportions were off a little bit. So I don't want to get into it.
So they just announced that Greedo was the kidnapper.
Yes. Okay. So
Greedo did it.
You know, the threads is there, but you still get the news on the Twitter. I just got a tweet that Steven Stanton, for those of you that know, did a 4th of July sale this week.
Oh.
I bid on it. It's a great sale. And got a Duel in the Desert print signed by him, you know, from Star Wars Rebels. And now he's got a limited edition of the same print, dual signed.
Oh.
Lasted.
Which you were just talking about today. We were texting, like, I got something else I need to say on now.
Yes. And now they've got
more than ever.
Oops. Also, want to plug the fact that our good friend Kathy, our sister in the Force, and the Cincinnati Comic-Con have a great deal on their store.
Yes.
That if you plug in the code VCN in their store, you get 30% off of all the autographs that are in the store.
All the like pre-done autographs, and there is tons of stuff. There's Star Wars prints, there's Star Wars Funkos, other fandoms that you may love. I ordered a bunch of G.I. Joe stuff.
I saw that listing of G.I. Joe stuff. Like, days all over that.
Yeah, there's probably not as many of those. Some of those are probably no longer available.
I wonder why.
Yes.
Hey, look, it's Stinky.
Oh no!
Exactly. That's who David Accord is voices in this one. Is Rada the Hutt.
Rada. Yeah, Zero and Rada. I think Mark is a big fan of Rada. I don't like Zero.
I like Zero the droid.
Yeah, Zero the droid is much cooler.
I love that the animation looks exactly like George.
Well, yes. I mean, the character is George, so
I know,
they're
but the
modeling
thing is
him
that
after the character.
you look at Anakin and it doesn't look like Hayden.
Oh, that's
But it does look more like Matt.
It does.
Yeah, that's true. He's got like a
So
kind of a
it's
Matt
not
look.
that they can't make a likeness, because I think Padme looks a reasonable facsimile of Natalie Portman.
His daughter character in this looked a lot like Katie. So she was only in it for a second there at the beginning, but maybe she'll come back. Does he sound like George? That's the question. I have my volume down, so I can't tell.
So yes, Sherry, there are some absolutely excellent autographs in that the pre-signed stuff from Cincinnati. Trying to think, I remember there's some Sam Witwers. There's a ton of Sam Darth Maul pops in there. There's some General Grievous pops available. What is it? Can't think of his real name. Walter Donovan.
Oh, Julian Glover.
Julian Glover. There's some Julian Glover autographs.
Oh.
Lots upon lots of. Oh, there's a Jeremy Bullock. There's a Jeremy Bullock print.
Yes.
That was
Dank Ferrick.
Dank Ferrick indeed.
Yeah, I looked very hard at the Jeremy Bullock one, Sherry, but it was a picture of Boba and Vader, and I could obviously never complete that. If it had been Boba by himself or with another living actor, I would probably own that now.
Yeah. Use that.
Oh,
folks.
yeah. It needs for now.
I love how nobody ever looks up, especially in these vast spaces.
Yeah, no, just keep.
Dropper.
Well, already,
Yeah,
like the
you know this.
Nemoidians they're like all kind of hunched forward and walking like whether that's.
Oh, that's true.
Well, you also love those. If you watch the finale of Rebels, when Ezra leaps through the hatch in the ceiling, the only person who sees the swinging open hatch is Sabine. Like everybody else is like, "Where's Ezra?" They're looking like directly up, but Sabine's the only one who sees the swinging thing above.
They don't have peripheral vision in Star Wars. That's the problem.
There you go.
I love the eyes with this, like the Starfield look in them on the Rhodian. I always
Greedo.
like cool look.
See,
Greedo.
here we go. Is this the first time we see this? This is the first time we've seen it in the watch-alongs that is Ahsoka doing her style. It's not like she doesn't do an Obi-Wan. She just has like her force.
That's funny.
Like she's John Cena, like with the force. It's like
You can't see me.
that's right.
You will let us both pass.
Okay, I'm just waiting, and he's proven. I love the fact that John Cena has proven what a comedic actor he is. I'm waiting for them to announce the reboot of Ernest Goes to Camp.
I would say that honestly, after seeing him as Peacemaker, I gained a lot of respect for him as an actor because I was like, this is actually pretty hilarious, and he's doing an incredible job.
Yeah. Ooh, knives out. Oh,
That's not a knife.
Oh, that's a knife.
Uh-oh, here we go, Jabba.
Wow. Wow. I don't know.
Ahsoka just always finds like another teenage girl to team up with. It's like this is the long and short of a lot of these episodes that we watch. It's teenage girl team up.
Is that the same blue lady that does that thing with Omega in that episode of the Bad Batch?
I don't know the answer to
I
that.
think it's
That
the
is a
same
good question.
species, right?
That is a good question because the blue lady in the Bad Batch looked just like Blue Omega.
Okay,
Right.
so first and foremost, it's incredible that you're seeing Huttese in the subtitles, which is hilarious.
Oh yeah.
But once again, I'm going to mention this: the protocol droid looks exactly like, not like Stinky, but yes, like Stinky.
There he is.
The protocol droid looks like Chris's traffic droid.
It's got weird markings, and his coloring is just off to me. It's too like weird brown. I don't know. I don't like it. His traffic droid's a little bit whiter, isn't it?
I thought so.
I thought it was brown, but it has the
is
V, the white V across the face.
That bugs me. I don't like that deco. It gives him a weird look, almost like he's got a mustache, except it goes over his nose.
There you go. There's some, dramatic voice acting. Take us out.
We all know that Greedo does not die here.
McClunky.
Exactly.
He does not die here.
And he doesn't shoot first. He doesn't even shoot.
Proof.
He does not shoot.
On shot.
He gets shot like a good, bad bounty hunter should. Anyways, that's a weird looking ship. Looks like one of those old label maker things that had that back end. Bob. Hey, there's an EOP. Are you down with an EOP? Oh, that Jaw was trying to gank it.
EOP.
You're down with an EOP? Yeah, you know me.
Greedo with this one.
Goat Man. What up, Goat Man? I love the Starry Night quality to the facial paint job on the blue people.
Yeah, they're
kind of similarities to that, as well as with all the strokes when you see the close up.
Oh, so there you go. Greedo is Tom Kenny.
Oh, cool.
Well, thank you very much.
Prominent character.
Virtual Cantina.
Wow.
So there you go. That would be another one. That would be an interesting one. He's going to be at a con coming up here soon. That would be take my Clone Wars helmet and get SpongeBob on that.
Not a bad thought.
Because he plays 3 different voices in this episode alone: Lieutenant Tan Devo, Greedo, and the Trade Federation envoy.
Huh. It's weird how they have them. They plug them in for different roles, but there's like a main character usually the actor will do. They're like, here, do these 2 other sort of side roles. Ooh, snap! Slice and dice.
Well, it looks like that because I was looking at the con this weekend. Is Pinky and the Brain, LaMarche, and Paulson are going to be there. And I looked far enough back in their IMDb, and like they're like the it's like reading the IMDb for Keone Young, the number of things that they've done. And I bring that up because crossover, both of those guys did old G.I. Joe voices. And I was like,
I can imagine.
oh.
they're very cool fellows to meet if you get a chance to. I've met Maurice many times, and what's his first name? Rob.
Rob Paulson.
Rob Paulson.
And I felt like an idiot, but I was at this event, and I'm like, Pinky, can I get a photo? But I called him. I don't know if I called him Pinky or not. Anyways, and then I look and I turn. I get a photo with him. I turn. I'm like, Brain, can I get a photo? And it's Maurice right there. And of course, I didn't get a photo with Pinky and the Brain. I got a photo of Pinky with Pinky and a photo with the Brain. I was like,
and that's where we hear about Jeff fanboying out.
That's amazing. I respect that completely. To fanboy for Pinky and the Brain. I have like the Pinky and the Brain like on VHS over there.
There you go. They are, or pretty much have always been my favorite part of Animaniacs. Although the Animaniacs themselves are pretty awesome.
They are. I love the classic kind of 40s style of them. Hello, nurse.
Yeah, and then the stuff like Rob does. Oh, and there's the episode. Rob does. If you notice there in that last scene, that Katie's character looked a lot.
Yes.
And Sherry is
written by Katie Lucas right there. Wow,
Senator Chuchi is Jennifer Hale in The Bad Batch as well.
Nice. But
okay, so you're gonna definitely need to bring your Seth Green for your Clone Wars helmet in Rhode Island.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think I'm gonna take that, and I'm hoping. I think Paulson and LaMarche, have they been announced for a Rhode Island yet? They were there last year. I mean,
not quite sure.
What are we doing? 6.
But
the Academy.
Yeah, see, that's why the episodes are right up there, because we need.
Yeah, I did that exact same thing. Like Spencer mentioned earlier, I was like,
"Where are we going now? We're going to."
I wasn't looking at Spencer. I was looking at the numbers.
6. And get ready, because we'll have to count that one down again.
So switching over to episode 6 of season 3.
Oh yeah.
Also, while we're on the pause right now, want to plug our TeePublic again. Everything's 35% off. Got some great graphics that you can check out over there, with more stuff joining us shortly. But yeah, if you're joining us in StreamYard, you can check all that as well.
Here's this one.
There we go.
There's too many things in here now. I gotta clear some of this out. Make a different set of. There we go. Do that one. Different set of banners. Oh.
Still available. Pride merch. Still there, including, we didn't have that in the thing. Show them the big gay explosion.
Yeah,
right there.
There it is. Looks great on the shirt.
It really does. That's like, it turned out nice.
Well, and when Dave said you gotta get on the hot pink, I'm like, well, that's what I'm getting.
That was what it was designed for. It does work on any of the other rainbow colors that are kind of in the explosion, but it was designed for that pinky there. Aha! See, we were just talking about pinky. See what I did there?
Big gay explosions, exactly. So please make sure you take a look at all that, and also we have our great baseball jerseys that are on sale until the end of July. So please check that out. Also, that is available on a program called Afterpay, which is it's like a payment plan type of company. Just let you know that once we put up tickets for the Virtual Cantina Family Vacation, you'll be able to utilize Afterpay as well, which I think is a great feature for those looking to do that kind of stuff. But hey, Phil, how are you? So I think that we're looking good. So let's look at Chapter 6, The Academy, in Season 3, which is great because Ahsoka Tano gets assigned to teach a class on Mandalore.
Wow.
And we now know what Mandalore looks like after the Night of 1,000 Tears.
After Ahsoka left? What?
Yes,
so tore it up.
All right, here we come.
It was the tube top. I'm telling you right there. That's what caused the Night of 1,000 Tears. It was Ahsoka and a tube top.
Okay, and enough of that, and here we go.
Yeah.
See, I get I love the countdown, but it's a dual-edged sword because I get to watching the countdown and I forget to press.
Yeah.
It's like I'm watching. It's like that is great. Wait,
That's why you just watch the first one at the beginning of the show because it has all the things in it, including that part. And then, well, the play is different, obviously, than the X-wing, but the idea is the same. Those credits always reminded me of sticks of gum.
Yeah, they're not.
They don't seem like they're valuable.
Who's the teen?
Aha. Mama Satine.
And in that outfit, that Padme does look a lot more even like Natalie.
Yeah, they do. They started to really get kind of the characters kind of honed in this season. The lighting's really, really cool. They would have much more difficulty trying to do that in previous seasons.
Okay, so is it just me that didn't know this? But Omid, Dr. Pershing, has been in Star Wars before. He's a voice in this episode.
That's pretty awesome.
Did anybody know that? Is it me? I mean, I'm sure the Rebels people knew that. But like I didn't know that. He is the Cadet Amiss. So he's a Mandalorian.
Oh wow.
Ooh, that's
And there we got Satine.
Yes, we do.
Which I did see that Anna Graves is doing a show with Emily in Chattanooga, Tennessee.
You don't
coming up.
Chattanooga's like middle of
Dave's like another name to go put onto my helmet.
I don't know. Chattanooga's like out there, man. It's like far.
Yeah, but you're driving 5 hours one way to just go meet Sam Witwer.
No, I'm going for Glenn as well.
Okay, but you would have gone.
And they're doing panels. Yeah, it's 7 hours to Chattanooga, which I've done because it's about that to Cincinnati, and I went there last year. But
you're in trouble when they take away your lightsaber.
Okay, yeah, that's just the that's the Satine Mandalore. That would not be the Bo-Katan. Oh, here we turn in our weapons at the town limits. It's like weapons are part of my religion.
Well, like I said last night, here's your blaster and take your multivitamin.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jamie was very much on board with that. I love Ahsoka doing her PowerPoint presentation here.
Right?
It's very wordy. I would advise against so much text and go with more images next time. They wouldn't look so bored. Oh, they're right above us.
Is Helena Shaw sitting in the back row?
There you go. It's entirely possible. She's like, nope. That would be the mythosaur.
Yeah.
That is in the living waters underneath the temp. Spoilers. Spoilers without context.
I think Corky's in this episode.
Corky is in this episode.
That Corky right there, isn't it?
Cadet Corky. Probably because imagine him with a beard and that.
Like we need you to translate the entire PowerPoint.
See,
some of us will be at San Diego.
Anna Graves, of course, is Satine. Omid as Cadet Amiss. It's technically that's
so
cool. In my mind. Ashley
What-
Moynihan, Jeanette Sawney
Was this
Lee.
whole scene like? Was this in 2020 that they were doing remote learning?
Oh yeah.
Lots of Zoom. Love the Mandalore font up there.
Was it Sherry says there's a woman in Cincinnati that has cosplayed this version of Satine, but with like all the little curly Q deals.
I'm sure it's amazing. Stuff like that. If people go that extra level to do that one particular version of a character, it's always fun. It's something that ornate is really cool.
Absolutely. That's
Yes, that's the one true Mandalore.
Man on the floor? What?
Yes, that too.
Is that young Yondu there with them? Before he died?
no, that's Mary Poppins.
Y'all.
Carrie's there? I'm going to go on my soapbox for just a minute because there's something that really grinds my gears and everything of that nature. The most important thing that we could help anybody do in this group is to allow fans to love what they love unbiasedly. We all have parts of the saga that we don't like. It's understandable. We can't like everything. Well, unless you're Mike, who likes everything.
Mike loves everything.
He loves and hates.
Respect the fact that there are elements in there that people don't like that you might like. You could disagree. But remember, at the end of the day, this is written for kids. And if we're in a certain age bracket fighting about a kid's property, we really need to keep ourselves in check. So allow fans to be happy about what they love.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and always keep remembering, too, is this is so generational. What you love is so dependent on where you came into the Star Wars.
Yep. I pulled this shirt out of the pile today, and I didn't realize it was a Celebration shirt from Celebration 4, the 30th anniversary of Star Wars.
I unfortunately today had to emotionally set a boundary with someone that I've been friends with for over 30 years.
Oh, wow.
Because they actually said to me, my opinion was wrong about a certain Star Wars movie and that I need to get over myself and live in reality.
Okay, and there's doing that, and there's doing that in seriousness, and there's doing that in respectful, because I totally told John that about Die Hard last week. But and I meant it. But we could have a semi-mature discussion about that.
There's a difference between poking the bear because you're joking, but poking the bear because you're actually, bitter.
Vindictive. Yeah. Well, the thing about opinions is you have the right to your own.
Yes. So just keep that in mind while you're watching, whatever programming like that. There are people who might not like it, and it's fine.
Yeah.
But allow people to like what they like, because that is Stinky. And the more you know.
Oh, no.
See, there's where we disagree. Jeff is in the first boat. I'm in the second boat.
Well, I don't know about being in the first boat. I've only recently come to appreciate Stinky a little bit more, but still not. Anyways, I digress. Yeah, buddy.
That was funny as hell.
Stinky Crease. Wait, no, that's not right.
That's going to do shirt. Stinky Crease, the one true Mandalore.
Oh, here's the scene that's above me and Spencer.
So we're going to have a group meetup at SDCC, which I will message you the information when we have it. Jeff, who is to my immediate right, he'll be there. We'll probably have a meetup on the Friday night.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Otherwise, I probably won't be there. Although Mark will be there for all 4+ days, 4.5
Please
days.
make sure that if you are going to San Diego Comic-Con, please come visit our program director, Mark Van Owen, over at the Do a Nova booth at San Diego Comic-Con. A lot of great new helmets, including new versions of the Mando helmet that they're going to release for there.
And
gladly
the
let
really
you
cool
try them
Rebels
all.
released the Sabine helmet there.
Yes.
Ooh. Oh, and they have that new rocket pack. Oh man,
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
that's gonna I didn't get to. What was that? That debuted in New York or something.
Okay, why did they choose to like? She is 5 minutes older than them.
She's a Jedi. She knows things.
Okay.
It would have been great if they were like, they pulled something off of like the betas, not the betas, the
Alpha Beta?
No. What was the name of an Animal House? What was the frat name?
The Delta.
Yeah, the Delta House was the
Delta.
preppies, and the Beta House was the Misfits.
Right. So it would have been great, how like when they had the tribunal and they walked out of the classroom humming "My Country 'Tis of Thee." It would have been great if Corky and all them started like humming like a song as they're walking out.
Yeah.
Like.
Every freaky dicky. Can't see who it is. Uh-oh. Enhance.
Yes.
Oh, creepy. Oh. Like you didn't know.
You know.
Something, dark side.
Indeed.
You see, she could have pinpointed that with Palpatine right then and there. The whole damn war would have been over. Written, directed by George Lucas.
Yes.
And scene.
So if those of you who are watching who may not know what we keep making fun of is Corky Kreese here, suspiciously looks like some other characters that may have relations.
Like we said.
I'm just like,
swinging that saber. But I have the dark saber. How can he be the true Mandalore?
Speaking of which, that very thing is today only on Shop Disney, 30% off.
Oh snap! What a deal!
Yeah,
that's
that
like
is
$12 off or something.
Yeah, that is
insane.
30% off. Now you don't get free shipping on that because
also then you put the cost for that you save back on,
but if you order more than $75 worth of stuff, if you order something else, then free shipping on top of that.
Nice.
Well, or you could have been like Mike, who was trying to basically literally order every piece off the Halcyon and got nothing.
He's doing a good job. This is an amazing saber if you can get it especially for 30% off. The blade deco is the only part that I don't like. That there's no like lightning crackly thing. But But the fact that it
See, I
has
like the Rubies one that we got.
is the seller. The which what?
The Rubies one that Mark gave us a year ago.
You mean this one?
Yes, that one.
This one surprisingly has a simple but effective hilt. Oh yeah, mine's still shines on.
I think the hilt on this one is better than the Walmart hilt.
Yeah, the Walmart one is wrong. What's funny about that one is that the blade is almost the same as this Shop Disney one.
So that guard right there, does he? If you took his helmet off, would he have the mutton chops like Hot Callus?
Because that's how they grow it. Like they have like a they have greenhouse lighting underneath their helmet. Help things sprout and grow.
Yes.
They have a giant chia head that they cultivate. Some dramatic Mandalorians here.
I knew it, yeah, and like these, it's weird how it goes. Is the people in the same family as he grew up in England, Mandalore. When his Aunt Bo is not so much the British.
Yeah. Those guys
What's up,
give me
Bruce? How are you doing?
Those guys give me what's it called vibes, assassin droid vibes when they're in the shadows, kind of the shapes of their heads.
Oh, the ninja droids.
These troopers that are flanking Ahsoka, they look kind of like those ninja assassin droids in the shadow, like just their silhouette kind of.
And their shields look like
you can't see me.
And the shield looks like the Pitbull hoverboards from Back to the Future 2.
Yeah, I thought it looked like Spartan from Green Arrow or something. It's a Spartan. It's a trap.
Those are more like
she looks weird without her rice-a-roni noodle headdress.
Is that you? I don't recognize you.
But wait.
Oh no.
Let me take out my data pad and put it next to your face. Okay, yeah, that's you.
Oh, yep, there we go. Oh, zap.
Ooh, that's quite a big zapper.
Jedi zapper. Oh no.
So that is Ashley Moynihan right there.
A lot of talent in these episodes. That's a weird tablet thing that looks sort of like a pair of binoculars.
Yeah, it is. That's very.
It's an odd choice for that design. I could see it being some sort of, scope or something to look through, but being like a Newton doesn't look quite right. It's a PDA of sorts.
PDA, yes.
Yes, I'm old.
Oh no, I had one of those in my drawer at work until like last year.
I think I might have a section of old technology that includes a Newton somewhere, but I'm not sure. Ooh. Neck restraints.
You
might be the villain when you have people shock collars.
Evil.
Oh.
You know what that reminds me of? You guys saw the Master of the Universe movie, right?
From back
ask a real question.
Okay. Remember the truth collars that Evelyn used?
I don't recall that specifically now.
Yes.
You
know something? I love that movie.
Evil in her first name.
I love that movie, and I love the fact that Frank Langella played Skeletor.
I mean, Dolph Lundgren is the real life He-Man.
Yep.
I mean, that's
okay. They kind of jumped the shark with Grildor and Courtney Cox, but still, you had James
I don't know who
Tolkien.
the actress was, but Tila did super well. Man at Arms was excellently cast.
The Sorcerer was nice.
Mm-hmm. They did that was a really nice movie for the time and what they had available. If they had a better story, not this magical codex that takes you to Earth when it plays a song.
Yeah, James Tolkien. I mean, in the 80s, he was in every movie. You could not go wrong in the 80s with James Tolkien.
Just if you guys it's the same thing. It's like if there's already source material there, how about just don't make brand new randomness up?
Yeah, it's always annoying.
So, Dave, tell us what you think of the G.I. Joe movies.
How much time do you have? So let me just say that again, casting Channing Tatum, Ray Park as Snake Eyes, bueno. Way better than the Snake Eyes movie. That's reasonably good. The actor that played Storm Shadow in that, pretty good. Adrian Palacki as
Lady J.
Yeah, there could have been stuff. There could have been stuff done in there, but as the original G.I. Joe, Bruce Willis, preach, people, preach.
Yeah, some of those.
Well, in your mind, Bruce Willis can't do no wrong.
No, I've seen Hudson Hawk.
Hudson Hawk is his. Hudson Hawk is his 6 days and 7 nights.
Yeah, pretty darn close to that, yes.
And
so yeah, we've got Mandalore, and we've met the one true Mandalore, Corky Kryze, who I tell you, they preach on the Rebels Revisited. That are we going straight into the next one, or are we pausing?
Let's pause so we can check.
Pause because all of our
it does it differently depending on what platform.
Yeah. But
browser versus a smart TV versus whatever.
Yeah, we preach that on Rebels Revisited a lot. That Corky Kryze has got to pop up somewhere and is the love child of Satine and Obi-Wan.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still saying it needs to be Alexander Skarsgård from True Blood.
I mean, I think in another storyline, it could completely, if they hadn't already given you the flashbacks, it would have been a heck of a twist that's actually who was, under the helmet and Din Djarin. That'd have been a heck of a twist. Corky Kryze.
Speaking of being like under the helmet and causing issues and stuff, I totally plan to go to Emily's next Q&A in Boston and say, on behalf of most fans of The Mandalorian, I'd like to publicly apologize for doubting the Armorer for being the spy of the.
For raising doubt.
There you go.
So Katie Lucas was actually one of the writers of this episode.
And the last one.
Which is kind of cool.
I think we talked about a lot of these are inspired. Ahsoka herself, I don't think that was on this show. That might have been on Unifying Force last week. Were inspired by George's daughter. That's the reason why Ahsoka is in there. Is to give that kind of younger female perspective and representation in this show.
Well, she is the antithesis of the Ewok movies too.
So and really, I think an absolutely hilarious commentary on Anakin's bad behavior.
Yep, sort of mirroring it back at him.
Yeah.
And here we've got another one.
So we got another episode
by Katie Lucas.
Cool. So while we go into 7, we'll do some more talking between 7 and 10. So let's do the countdown.
And here we go.
Here is the fortune cookie. What is it? The future has many paths. Choose wisely.
On Naboo.
On Naboo. Oh, yep, Plo Koon. Oh, look.
Oh, no, look at Slave something or other.
Oh, my God, look, there's Boba Fett.
Young Boba.
Wait a minute, they said it killed Aura Singh. I thought Tobias Beckett pushed her off of like a cliff. Did he talk about that in Solo?
There's a whole lot of.
He was talking big game. Who knows how true it was?
Large scale civil war. What about the droid attack on the Wookiees? Oh wait, we don't have Kiadi Bundy in this one. Plo Koon is sitting.
Your thoughts draw on your mother. My thoughts draw on your mother.
It was Bruce says Ventress was pushed off a cliff.
Asajj instead of Aura Singh. It was Asajj Ventress. I don't know. There. We believe you.
Like maybe you should learn some stuff in school.
Never. Stay out of trouble. She's like, yeah, no.
We will totally believe you, Bruce, and we will put forth what you said as true, whether it is or not, because we don't know. You'll just go right there.
We'll take it at face value. I think we're getting that audio loop again from Spencer.
Sounds like something's going on over there. Sounds like I can hear like a bass in the background. He's listening to disco music in the background.
Well, at least she's having premonitions of like Aura Singh choking her, as opposed to Sadme in labor.
Dreams, you say? I love the design of Yoda in the Clone Wars. I think he's the closest to the 2D version.
His mouth freaks me out a little bit.
What?
The Clone Wars Funko is actually really nice. The mold is pretty cool.
I don't know that I've seen that. I have to look for that.
But yeah, overall, he's very cool.
Visions, they are. I see what.
And Jocasta knew. Well, there's that frog dude again.
Then there's that gnarly old lady who basically said that if it's not in there.
Uh-oh. Sniper rifle.
Snap. Oh, no. She's having flashbacks.
No, you got to go protect her because, Anakin have a fit.
That looks like your rifle, Jeff.
Nah, it's way longer. My scopes are nothing like that. And this one's way chunkier, too.
Yours has I think the front part of the barrel has like very Boba Fett feels.
Yeah, this part's I mean, the whole design is basically a FET blaster, but it's not like screen accurate version of a flat blaster. Because I like to scratch build sometimes, and so I just started putting this there and that over here. Thought that looked good, and this is the right size. I'll use this. So,
see, whereas I like the other challenge, which is trying to find random bits of junk and scrap from other things to make it look screen accurate on there. Like when I am using like a piece of like a computer cooling, the aluminum cooling fins
there you go.
on the front of my
Yeah, like that could be
Mauser
something here.
Well, I've got some on the front of like the room handle Mauser to make it look like a Han Solo blaster.
Oh, nice. This just sort of detail here on the barrel is like the inside of a medicine bottle lid.
Oh.
And it just had a weird kind of feel to it. I thought worked. And once I buried it in some foam, it looked really cool. Senator Amidala, you say?
See, Yoda loves these little like footstool chairs that they have everywhere. It's like,
yeah, all the mini chairs. He's like down with those weird ones that nobody else can use.
And see how they are progressing here by season 3. Look at the lighting on this platform.
Oh, yeah.
Look at the slats and the vents, the blinds coming in the last scene.
The stuff that was coming through the window in that scene where they were talking just now. But yeah, the lighting has improved a lot. The atmosphere and how far away you see stuff's improved. It's still not as good as it ends up being, but it's pretty good.
The neck bands around Padme's neck. You remember when we used to read stuff about like Mesopotamia, how they used to elongate like the stretched necks? Doesn't it look like those bands?
Got that kind of a vibe for sure.
They just got like kind of weirdness in Padme, and this one is like in the last outfit she was wearing, it looked more like her, but now she's kind of got like a Dooku chin going. I don't know why.
I was wrong. Let the Twi'lek win.
Not a Twi'lek.
Yeah, she's something
else.
It's
a Togruta.
That's it.
I think that's it.
Sounds like about right. Who's in the chat that could clarify?
Yeah, where's Mike?
Anybody? Togruta?
Bueller?
Not a Twi'lek. Different thing. She has the Mon trails instead of Leku. Leku.
Yeah. I called him something else yesterday. Something we were talking about. Anyways.
I will say the one thing about the growth of Ahsoka is she grew into her eyes.
Oh, that's thankful. She had giant eyeballs.
She started out very anime-y. She
I was to see that.
Like very.
Speaking of animes, Jay, did you see that incredible like pavilion they're gonna have in Boston for anime?
Ah.
I tagged you and you gave me the angry face on that one.
Oh no, that you tag. Yeah, I didn't look in. I just saw that it was the thing. Can't make it there. I am driving 13 hours in the opposite direction.
I know you are. I like to poke the bear.
Yes.
This is very reminiscent as well of the in Clones.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, people love to run into her room and jump on her bed with a lightsaber.
Yes.
Well, one time it's Anakin, the other time it's his Padawan.
Oh, Jimmy Smits.
This is an amazing rendition of Jim. I mean, they did a great job of making that.
And it's not. It totally.
It's Phil Lamar.
It's Phil Lamar. It's not Jimmy Smits.
It looks exactly like Jimmy Smits, and then it's Phil, which is awesome too, because Phil.
Phil's great. And then you got Mon Mothma.
So this is voiced by what's her name? The lady
Um,
from Andor.
it is not.
Not Genevieve O'Reilly.
It's not in the cast. Maybe she doesn't actually speak in this. Did she? I don't know. It is not in the cast listing. Like the C-3PO just walks through. He apparently doesn't say anything either.
Padawan Tano. Captain Typho's weird looking. I don't like his.
He looks like the actor who played him in the prequels.
He does.
Not as much to me. He looks like a version of that guy, but not like that character, and not from the prequel. Like, I mean, he could be like an evolved version or older, more.
Well, or they could have recycled a model. I mean, he looks a little bit like a young Tamora.
But it's like in his physique in general is more like bulky than the actor that played Typho. Maybe it's a clone of Typho.
What is this? Is this like Star Wars Church?
What? They're just in the. Are they just in wherever Padme lives in Coruscant?
I thought that looked like Naboo.
Oh,
they were in a Naboo starfighter, and they moved out into the country and showed all the mountains and stuff.
Oh, okay.
I assume they were back on Naboo. See, like right there.
Oh, there we go. Well, that's definitely not Coruscant. Is that Alderaan? Looks kind of like Alderaan.
Or yeah, that was what I was about to say. Is are they on Alderaan because there's Bail Organa and Mon Mothma?
That would make sense. But anyways, interesting to have.
I think that's Alderaan.
Yeah, it looks like Alderaan.
Or the Alps.
It's the Matterhorn at Disneyland.
Yeah, right.
Could be.
But they did make Bale a little bit more stockier, not stockier, but more taller and kind of, and like more muscular upper body kind of look.
Is that supposed to be Brea?
It's.
I don't think so.
Oh no, it's Padme.
Yeah.
Is it? Okay. Yeah.
Another look for Padme.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, sniping. Snippity snip snap.
This is totally the scene from Star Trek 6.
Oh, there's Jedi Master Sha'agi. No, I don't know who that was.
Sha'agi.
That one guy from the micro series that looked like Shaggy.
He like
scared Jedi. Nobody ever looks at the weird slats for long barrels sticking out of them. Pop, you're dead.
Would you? Oh,
correct. George Lucas.
Work real well. Maybe we should have come up and like sliced her with the saber to start with.
Yeah, like cut the barrel off, and then you don't have to worry about that. And then you can fight it. No. You need a medic. She got shot.
Oh, rabbit droid.
Those things are everywhere. So what's up with these versions of the guards that have the dark visor? Well, they got a slightly different helmet style too.
Yeah,
it's only a flesh wound.
Just I thought she was gonna have like a Beskar ingot right there, like
there you go. Like the Beskar shoulder pads.
Mm-hmm. Has a Clan of Two symbol on it.
Or what's the ingot necklace that Anakin made her? Have that as your insignia.
Pour snippet
Yeah.
that they sell on Batu. Only
I got
half of
the
it.
first time I was there. I got the necklace.
Yep. And you wear it every day. It's very stylish.
I will say one of my favorite things from clones, from Sith, was the fact instead of rosaries, she was holding onto the necklace. That was kind of cool.
Yeah. She was.
Be like, who is that dude?
Some of these character designs have real, like Punch and Judy vibe.
Oh God.
Marionette.
Yeah, like a puppet from like Mr. Rogers.
Yeah, it was the land of make believe.
King Friday? Lady Elaine?
Daniel the Tiger. No, not that.
Daniel Tiger.
King, whatever his name was.
What's that?
It was the King guy. I forget.
King Friday.
That was Friday?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I haven't watched Mr. Rogers in a long time.
I just watched the movie with Tom Hanks a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, yeah.
That was enjoyable.
Yeah, I thought it was.
Didn't they do like a documentary on him a few years ago? Before that came out?
Possibly. The movie was kind of like a documentary on,
Yeah, it really was.
which is not what I was expecting. Oh. Spidey senses.
Yeah. Oh, that's freaky. Has anybody ever cosplayed as that freaky freakazoid wearing a mask
Is the
with a LED mouthpiece? That would be kind of cool.
It's like, look, okay, I'm sorry, Alderaan security is crap. If they let her pull the same garbage again, it's like, could we sweep the vents? Maybe. It's
They're
like
clear. You don't see any weapons pointing out of them. Booyah! Snap.
oh, there we go. Slice and dice. Come on, do it.
Eat her.
Do you have like an antenna?
Yeah, she has that weird thing sticking out of her head.
Hondo.
Mm-hmm. Girls gotta make a living. Get this door open. Come on, you guys. There we go. Let's force it open. You think that would be the hardest way to get into that room?
They need the to open the vents. What was the creature's name from Galaxy Quest? Amaktura. When they were opening up the doors.
I don't remember that part.
You didn't watch Galaxy Quest?
I've seen
Yeah,
Galaxy Quest, but I don't remember that part. There you go.
Are those the characters that are played by what's his name and those other guys?
Yeah, Alan Rickman is one of them, and
oh no, he's a member of the crew. I'm talking about
right.
the aliens. I thought they were the ones that did the chanting. The other aliens, that one race of.
No, I know what you're talking about.
The Nebushi ones. I love Yoda's ears. They just overly accentuate that his ears are off kilter.
What did you do? Why is Padme like in a sling?
Are you all right? Could have just snapped her neck as she walked by because she was pissed that she shot Padme. Nobody would even have noticed.
remember. What did you see?
Like I saw a full set of clothing. Something that covers my shoulders and my midriff.
I'm telling you, it was quirky.
It's Corky all along. And purple.
It's the color purple.
You saw Whoopi Goldberg and Oprah Winfrey.
And Mace Windu.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Purple Saber.
Dun, dun, dun.
Come back.
I'm telling you, it's Shmi Skywalker who put out the hit.
How did she somehow Shmi returned?
Oh, there you go. This is my favorite. This is my favorite Hut, I think.
Because I hate his
It's
voice.
like, I have, for no reason, adorned myself with blacklight tattoos, and
Yeah,
I
that too.
speak Galactic Basic.
Yep.
With a interesting accent that's very reminiscent of some other actor types.
Oops, oopsie.
My bad.
Fireworks are still going off. I thought
Well,
was going
maybe they should, like, you know, make them worse if you can still hire a hitman from your jail cell that has nothing in it.
I don't know.
If it wasn't for you meddling kids.
Well, I got away with it too.
Yeah.
Pretty crazy.
You take the mask off of Zero and Stinky.
Oh no.
Red herring. There you go.
Stinky all along.
It was Stinky all along.
All
Yep.
right.
All right.
Episode 10.
So got TC Carson, who's a friend of the group. Corey
Nice.
Burton as the voice of Zero. Corey, who's the voice of Cad Bane.
Very nice. Yes.
Very
And
different.
Also, Senate Guard #1.
Very
Yes.
different styles of characters for sure.
Well, that is what I love about a lot of these voice actors, who they can just do absolutely anything.
Huge range, yeah.
Oops.
So as we're going to queue up the next episode, which we're going to be watching the last episode of the night, will be episode 10, chapter 10, which is called Heroes on Both Sides. Want to plug the fact that obviously this weekend and next couple of days we have some incredible shows up on the VCN. Dave, why don't you talk a little about it again?
So this weekend we just recorded, right previously to this, it's a pre-recorded episode of the Unifying Force. And we are going to be talking more about Ahsoka. We started with our previous episode 2 weeks ago, and the inspirations behind both real world and in canon about how Ahsoka came into being. And it's such a big topic, it's going to take more than one episode. So we've got another one about that. Plus talking about Mortis, the world between worlds, and how we think that that's going to affect the Ahsoka show. So that's Unifying Force. And then Monday, Rebels Revisited has another guest interview. And this one I think they're going to do live. Yeah, Jeff? They're doing this one live?
Julie Dolan, the voice of Leia Organa on Rebels.
Yeah, so show up to this one. You couldn't exactly ask questions of Keone Young, that was a pre-record, but you can show up and ask questions of Julie Dolan. And just all sorts of questions about Leia and Star Wars and voice acting and all sorts of things. So
we're going to be, I think, focusing on her work in general. So, it's really going to be her as the focus as opposed to just Leia. But that is a, huge part. And one of the things we love about her work is that work. And so, it'll be across the boards in terms of appreciating the stuff that she's done.
And if you go back, watch the Keone episode. Yes, it was really a lot of fun. It was
the
really
Keone Young interview. I was the producer on that one, and I sat behind the scenes, and it was just absolutely amazing. I love all the work that he's done, not just Commander Sato, but Storm Shadow from G.I. Joe. Yeah, Steve thoughts with Commander Sato, and there was like Commander Sato After Dark too. There was a lot of stuff going on. Just the vast breadth of his work. It's an amazing show. It is the featured video right now on the Virtual Cantina Network. So if you just log on to our channel, right down there underneath the main banner, it's going to be right there.
But as Jeff just said, to find out what we're doing, if you want to see we're going live, you want to subscribe, ring that bell, subscribe, get notifications when we go live up on YouTube. And keeping track of everything that goes on here at the VCN. Dave put up an incredible new unboxing of Lola.
Oh yes,
it's
con season. You got to be prepared. The next time I meet Vivian Lyra Blair, right here, we're gonna get signature on that sucker right there, and entirely possible the next time that I meet Ewan might do the same.
That's an idea.
Still in the box.
Well, I know for a fact right now, it's like I have meeting Vivian in Boston, and I'm getting Lola signed. I'm also going to get an 8x10. But if I'm able to snag the pop that comes out this month for San Diego, it's her holding Lola.
Yes, all good things.
But anywho, we're getting about that time right now. So why don't we get started on chapter 10? So Dave and Jeff, cue up the timer.
All righty, we good to go. And
or do we call them Def?
Jave and Def. All right. Whoa. Fear is a great move there. It's very concise, short and to the point. Ooh, damn, those are crazy.
Fear is a great motivator on Naboo.
Yes.
Wow, look at that.
And so this one, Mon Mothma, is credited, so she will speak. That's Kath Soucie on this one.
Oh, nice.
Steven Stanton is in this episode as well.
The camera angles are amazing. And just these.
Steven Stanton, who has been plugging us quite a bit on the Twitter. So thank you very much, Steve, for that.
Yes, absolutely. And thank you for the 4th of July sale. 30% off for the 4th of July. I think, was it 30%? It was much. It was cool. Autographs were discounted. It was very nice there. I've got one on the way with the longest quote humanly possible requested.
Which one do you ask for?
The one from the desert, the one from Twin Suns.
You mean the one that I got on mine?
I think so. Is it the
paragraph?
If you define yourself by your power to take life, your desire to dominate, to possess, then you have nothing.
Yep, that'd be the one.
And I have Sam on the opposite side saying, perhaps you are protecting something. No, protecting someone.
Yes. See, because I have a debate in my head already because I won't get that before I see Sam tomorrow. But do I have him do that, which is the correct thing he says in the episode, or do I just have Kenobi?
I actually had him right on my pop. He will avenge us.
Oh.
He loves talking about Maul's death.
See, I think even in this, sometimes from episode to episode, they get better. You've got like this motion camera that slides along with the guys.
Yeah, they up their camera work a lot for sure. The way that the cameras and the models themselves, like in that battle scene, the way they moved towards and around the camera, along with the camera moving in, was very cinematic in kind of nature.
I wonder if that's different. I haven't been looking at the episode directors. I wonder if that's a difference from director to director, from episode to episode.
I would think you could probably get different vibes from different directors that would maybe ask for something different.
The banking clan will sign your treaty.
Mm-hmm.
The techno gun.
Okay, that dude looks like the prince from Shrek.
Yeah, he's got that big old head.
Yep.
And that
He's
kind of
tall, but
medieval, like,
what is it, Prince Farquaad? Farquaad?
Yeah, Farquaad.
It's
Yeah.
Farquaad.
See, and just in his head gear, that movement of that cloth was a lot more animated than a lot of things in the show.
See, great minds there, Sherry. That's exactly what it is.
Yes, Farquaad. John Lithgow. If it was played by John Lithgow, that would really be cool.
See, there you go. There's Ahsoka saying what we're all thinking is, when is this whole where's the wars? This is all about like banking regulations and like
interest rates,
fine print, and it's like, can we get back to like some lightsaber and some people?
Well, what was it they said? Thrawn said that Hera was a child of war. So,
well, Snips is definitely a child of war. Oh, here we go.
Are there any other ships that have that weird green kind of bridge like his?
It's just like he's got the green button pressed on his LED lights on his like screen backlighting.
Like the whole like interior of that bridge was like lit up green with all the monitors and
the ship from the outside kind of looked like Flotsam Paradise from
Element.
Welcome
to Flotsam Paradise.
We need Ruby Rod to show up in the Clone Wars somewhere.
Okay, so I vote now. I don't know what the Star Wars connection is. Watch along. When we get out of the Summer of Snips, Fifth Element.
There we go.
I have the Blu-ray.
That is a fun movie.
That doesn't have to have a Star Wars, though I'm sure we could probably find one.
There's got to be one.
All the animation was probably done by ILM.
Yeah.
Lion's share, especially back then. I'll be right back.
Or the Diva could have been done by Legacy. She looks kind of Twi'lek-esque.
Oh, let's see. So, Gary Oldman was in the Fifth Element, right?
Yeah, he played the main villain.
The main villain. He was the first cast of General Grievous.
There you go.
He was cast to play Grievous, but he never was able to actually. It didn't work out.
And good for Matt Wood, because he had a, you know.
So that might possibly be somewhat of a stretch, but it's there. If you just sit here and listen to this, you can hear like the stuff in the music in the background is cool too.
Yeah, they were really bringing everything together much more in the seasons after the first couple. There's the hooded Ahsoka look.
Well, also, after you think about like the flying cab and all that jazz, that kind of been Coruscant.
Yeah, it's very, that whole city is very much like, that's like the Bronx version of Coruscant, or parts of Coruscant.
Yeah, it very much is. And see, there's Ina Von Terry, who is also the same voice as Mon Mothma. That's Kath Soucie.
Lux. You know they're going to be a dick if their name is Lux.
Lux. So this is Jason Spizak. Spizak? All of these actors, just if you go down the rabbit hole and you look at Jason Spizak's in Teen Titans Go, Blade Runner, the TV series, Piranha 3D. That's a classic right there. Ratchet Clank. Curious George. And some of these are more realistic, like caricature people right there. Like she's got like odd big head kind of going, but
yeah,
it's definitely a different character model. So that's
right. It's very sort of one of a kind. But also, it's a lot of it has to do with how they do the shading and painting of these models, and they really go dark and deep with some of the crevices on some characters more than, like, say, Ahsoka, which makes them kind of look weird. It worked for certain types of characters, like different species and stuff. It doesn't always work for the humanoid ones.
So yes, there is something, Troy, called Blade Runner Black Lotus, which is a 2021 TV 14 animated. I think it's animated. It's pretty much animated. Animated series. It takes place 17 years before Blade Runner 2049.
Oh, weird.
Yeah, I've never heard of it there.
Yeah, Troy never heard of it either.
I like this kid's jacket.
Yeah.
Some of the clothes seem so...
Mike needs one of those.
Oh, yeah.
You know what it looks like? He looks like one of those Playmobil figures.
Oh, yeah. The ones that have the big wide part there, but that's what makes them be able to bend over in half. Yeah, Troy, no problem. It's got some interesting people in there. Like Josh Duhamel is in that. The other people, Peyton List. So
There's definitely not enough Warzone going on in this episode.
not enough like Warzone, and yeah, it's a lot of talking.
We need more Warzone.
Well, it happens this way in the theatrical movies as well. There's a lot of politicking and talking, and just I think this is why this, in my opinion, this series went over way bigger with adults than the children that it was marketed to.
Well, that's, like the original Star Trek's more cerebral than it is action-packed, although there are some great...
Right.
But if you look at it, it was all very indicative, not only of the time, but also of a social consciousness as well as political satire, per se. I mean, one of the things I love about the Orville is that it's very Star Trek original series based, as far as the storylines are very represented of what is happening in the world today.
Right.
Oh yeah, and the Orville was
real world stuff.
The Orville did a really good job of writing about current events really quickly and getting it into the show in a timely fashion. Star Trek did it, but kind of on the back end and just generically what was going on in the world. Star Trek: The Next Generation, it was stuff that had happened in the world, not necessarily what was going on at the moment.
Did that creature have a porg for a head?
It could have.
Very weird.
But the Orville, and I think the show that I think does the best job of getting current events into the show super fast, in a couple weeks, is South Park.
Oh yeah, well, they're notorious for something happens and they go right in the studio. So
yeah.
But as I said to when I met Rachel McFarlane last year, I said honestly, right now, I said Orville was, especially the last season, out Trek current Trek.
Orville out Trekked Discovery tenfold. I think Strange New Worlds is kind of creeping in there.
Right.
At least season 1. I haven't seen any. Season 2's out, right? But my Paramount.
That last season of Orville, season 3, was absolutely incredible. I mean, it's right up there for me with Picard season 3. Yes. Bryce has just started watching it too.
Yeah, I've got to basically sit up here and do this because maybe I can get Paramount Plus on my computer monitors and stuff. But yeah, Troy is catch up. We're up there 15, 28 or so into the app, and
it's easy to get behind. There's so much content here and there, and sometimes it's harder to get to depending on what platform it's on.
I don't know, Space Japan or Space Chinatown. I'm not sure. It just
well, also if you think about if you remember the scenes from Mandalorian season 3, especially walking in the lower sections of Coruscant, when you saw Elsa Kang, going to talk to the hologram of Moff Gideon, is very much like Hong Kong. Very neon glowing,
very Blade Runner-y.
Yeah,
indeed.
But if you follow Shayna Truick, who is the costume designer, she flat out said that she took inspiration from Blade Runner.
Mm-hmm.
How do you pronounce her last name?
I think it's Truick.
It's spelled really weird, is all I know.
Yeah.
So I'm not quite sure whenever I see it what the true pronunciation is. So.
Oh, droids are mouthing.
They do amazing stuff. She was in the gallery as well, wasn't she?
Yeah, she was.
talking about the costumes, which is some of the most amazing stuff.
And just
She was active on social media
don't
too.
understand the character model for Sheev. Okay, I don't. It's like
Weirdly.
Olaf from the series of. Yes,
Yeah.
it is
Did get-
very like
did
you
get
might as
almost-
well have gotten Neil Patrick Harris to play.
They went weird with a lot of the hair, and it creates such a bizarre kind of. It's almost distracting. It works for Padme. You expect her to have a giant weird head of hair.
Yeah. And the fact that I don't know, it distracts me that her friend is Mina, because I just think of Mina from Bram Stoker's Dracula. It's like, okay, you're a little friend who's just going to do the stupidest thing humanly possible every chance given.
I don't know. I'm thinking of Nina, who is the elephant girl who sings in the movie Sing.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Oh no.
Uh-oh, those are not sweeper droids, they're Transformers. It's Decepticons.
It's
They look sort of-
Roombas.
Look,
They look sort of like that R2 astromech, not astromech, mech kind of look that somebody cosplayed as like a big old freaky looking droid that had an R2 head. He had shoulders kind of like that.
I thought that was like almost R2 in a Hulkbuster costume.
Yeah, that kind of, or sort of Robotech vibes, but
Was that Matt, the radar technician?
Well, it looked like the Springfield nuclear power plant control.
Right.
it does. Homer in the corner.
Homer's workstation.
You get these Roombas, like,
They're going into combined mode.
To make a bomb. Why would you do this?
By themselves, we're just fine, but together.
List regulations. Like, we are at war and we're voting about the banking clan.
Booyah.
Ooh. You know, they have enough like explosions between these giant power connector things, foreshadowing. Maybe they learned to make stuff that doesn't do that. Why do we have this big exposed power
It's just how it works. Can't have one without the other.
how are these floating with no power?
Helium.
Back up.
The whole
Helium.
the whole chamber.
Wi-Fi.
I'm talking about this. As attack, they must pay for what they've done.
I loved in the Senate scene earlier where they were all like out in their pods, like almost playing bumper cars with each other while they were arguing.
Ooh, the Kaminoans.
Kaminoans.
Yes, them.
Magnets, man. Magnets, like they're superconductors or something. Yeah, Sherry, there's always the different Minas that it's like, where do you come from and what are you thinking of? Like HGTV.
I think they have better backup lighting in this place too.
Than the Reds.
And it's not even like a pulse or anything to tell you that there's an issue. Like you could come out of somewhere, like you just woke up and you were in the like back room. You walked out and you'd be like, "Oh, the mood lighting's great now."
Oh, I'm returning your Padawan. Okay.
It's like I didn't know it was. I didn't know she was missing.
Yeah. You had my Padawan? Oh.
There you go. Let's just spell it out. The politics of this war are not as black and white. Oh, look, there's a little side eye. Mm-hmm.
Dun, dun, dun.
Orchestral fanfare. Dun.
Another incredible episode.
But this one was not written by Katie Lucas. But
No, this one was not.
great nonetheless.
This one has Daniel Arkin as the co-writer with George.
And you had Ian Abercrombie as Palpatine in this one.
So how many Palpatines have we had just in the animation?
So we had Tim Curry, Ian, and both actually two Ians.
Excellent.
Yeah, so cool. Further down, and we just see the more and more of. I think these were very cerebral episodes where we see how much more of the galaxy Ahsoka is understanding or is exposed to. You know, yeah, Troy is the maker is the primary writer on a lot of these Clone Wars episodes.
Yep.
And we were talking about earlier before you came on that the first few that we watched were co-written by his daughter. So,
and her and her father were characters in the episode too. So,
yep. So yeah, a lot of growing of the galaxy and stuff from the hand of the maker himself is really what the Clone Wars has done. Is it expands that universe just more and more and more.
Absolutely.
That's what they've been hearkening back to, especially with Filoni in charge of anything, hearkening back to Easter eggs and minuscule minutia from, like, do you remember that episode in season 7, episode 1 at minute 200? Yeah, he'll bring that stuff back out.
Pretty much. Well, thank you for guys all for joining us tonight. Some great episodes and really thoroughly enjoying the Summer of Snips as we gear towards Ahsoka coming to you at the end of August. And we got more coming to you next week. We also on Monday have Joey Dolan joining us on Rebels Revisited, and so much more going on right now. So, Jeff, anything you want to close out with tonight?
Nope. A couple more episodes. We're burning through the Clone Wars episodes, so next week will be more.
Dave.
Just for more Summer of Snips, join Kat and myself on Sunday for the Unifying Force. And really join us all again on Monday for Rebels Revisited. The Julie Dolan interview I am looking forward to very much. So more Summer of Snips, more, just keep watching.
Absolutely. Well, thank you all for joining us tonight. We hope to see you at future showings. And also don't forget to order your baseball jerseys until the end of the month. So from Jeff and Dave, this is Spencer saying, may the Force be with you.
Stinky. The more you know.